everybody, and welcome to a special edition of AEW Spark. It's not necessarily women in bikinis. It's not controversial. It's not low budgeted, but it is FyterFest. As we are here tonight to literally Simplin, discuss, and predict AEW's FyterFest, a special 2-week editions of Dynamite occurring July 1st and July 8th. But with the circumstances surrounding the world, and I'm not just talking about the world of professional wrestling, but the world in general, may it one day heal. These are actually being taped. I've been reading from Sportskeeda in advance, not to mention some things might change as far as the outlook of what we see, including but not limited to everybody that's outside of the ring wearing masks, and also John Moxley's match might be under an empty arena format. But we'll talk more about that later. With that being said, allow me to introduce you to the panel tonight. First off, he is one of my good friends. He is also a brother in Christ, a good-hearted man, and I bet you he likes rice. He is the bearded genius, Gary Joe. Gary, how are you?
Well, not too bad. Really long work day for sure. Glad that I get to have a AEW discussion with you again, Noah. Always a pleasure. Before we start this video, I want to do a special shout out to one of my participants on AEW Primetime, Alex Linneber. He caught the coronavirus, so he had to drop out of the predictions. So, Alex, I would like to see Noah if he can make this for Alex tonight. And thoughts of him, because, man, you know, Charlotte's brother, if you did not know that, Noah. So it's taking a toll on her. She was thinking about dropping out. I was like, come on, don't do it. But she's gonna go through with it. But yeah, okay. So it sucks.
Well, first off, hashtag pray for Alex, as I am a member of AEW Primetime Predictions League as well. And again, I look not just as wrestling with friends for talk about wrestling, but I also care about the people I associate with in regards to their fandom and opinions in wrestling. So with that being said, Charlotte, my prayers go out to you and your brother. Please continue to enjoy what you love, but always support one another, folks. Support your families. Simple as that. You never know. Tomorrow's never guaranteed, and honestly, no one's safe from this. I'm thankful that I don't know anybody in my family that has this, but it doesn't mean come tomorrow, for all I know, someone might already have it. With that being said, I hope that this gentleman and his family are fine too and don't have it either. You should know him by now, folks. It's special when he comes on here for a number of occasions. He's different. He's also very creative, very productive. Now is the founder and leader of his own productions, For the Win Productions, that I'm happy to be a part of. It is my good friend here, the Archangel, James Hebert. James, it's been a while. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Broadcasting to you live from my golden couch here. So there you go. I mean, I'm living a life. I'm living a life of Riley over here.
Kilo.
So yeah, tranquilo.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
I mean, both. Hold on. I got to do the point, right?
I mean, yeah, you know. You don't have to do the eye-open thing if you don't want to. Plus, you're not wearing the shirt, though I have shirts. But anyway. Okay. And yes, folks, it's just a side note. I will be, of course, talking about NJPW later this week. I'll tell you guys, this has been an extremely busy week of professional wrestling ahead for us. But again, tonight in this forum, we are here to simply discuss our excitement and our thoughts on FyterFest. And what we're going to do is simple. We're simply going to discuss and predict both weeks of action. And I've already watched last week's Dynamite. I've already listened to AEW Restricted on YouTube with Tony Khan, who gave the preview, and already told us there are going to be some surprises that he knows that nobody else does. So keep that in mind, gentlemen. And when it comes to Tony Khan, there's one thing I learned about him. He knows and does far-range storytelling and booking for the long run. So keep that in mind with your thoughts on these matches. With that being said, in no particular order, let's go ahead and get started. So we got a total of 11 matches. I cannot believe that these are not on pay-per-view. These are for free. And by the way, for those of you in the UK, this was Tony Khan's plan for you. But again, due to the world's circumstances, I'll be super glad when some of my great friends I know from the UK, like Megan, like Scott, for example, will finally get to enjoy AEW live because he wanted to do this live in the UK. But now it's just here as a 2-week special. And to think, what we saw last year on one night, Saturday for free on BR Live versus what we're going to see now over 2 weeks for free on just regular TV, that's pay-per-view quality, that's ridiculous. Because in these 2 weeks, we're not only going to have a ton of matches, some awesome surprises, but every title is on the line. And I have a funny feeling that at least one title is going to change hands. But talk more about that later. Let's go ahead and talk about our first match. I'm going to start simple. Let's talk about what's really been the biggest strength and one of our favorite things to enjoy of AEW. Tag team wrestling. Gee, I wonder where that died. Anyway, our first tag match. Sorry. Hey, I throw no punches. Today's the day of CM Punk's pipe bomb. Don't get me started on what I think about tag team wrestling in the wrestling industry. You want me to take the glasses off? I will. Anyway, no, I'm trying to be positive.
Well, hang on. I mean, NXT is good. It's okay.
They need more depth. Imperium demands respect, but they also demand real competition. And don't get me started on Imperium. Now, with that being said, this is not NXT, this is AEW. Proud and Powerful Santana Ortiz versus Private Party, most likely to be joined by one of the 4 forms of Matt Hardy. I'm going to guess this is going to be Unkillable, because now it's like Party Hardy with this group becoming a trio. Proud and Powerful, of course, they got the better of Matt Hardy after the match, after Matt beat one of them last week on Dynamite. And Private Party, Matt Hardy, they gained mutual respect for one another after their crazy 6-man tag a couple weeks ago with Young Bucks and Joey Janela. So now we have literally just this
Hey, listen, just to add, everybody is liking these 3 characters that Matt keeps coming out as, but I'm waiting for iconic Matt Hardy, man. Where's Big Money Matt?
I mean, on matter of fact, it was one of the options. I guess no one just pressed it yet. I think it's still to come. But you do bring up a very valid point.
They just wave $100 bill in his face and then he turns into fucking Big Money Matt.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That would be a segment there.
Hey, you're already thinking, again, you're creatively thinking. Anyway, I'm going to start with you.
That's all I ever do.
Matt Hardy. James, you're bossing this tag match in your pick.
Okay, so Matt Hardy, I'm sorry, I blanked out because Matt was on my mind.
Go figure. He does that.
What's the tag team match? That's what I blanked on. What is the tag match?
Gotta love this guy, okay? Gotta just go with this guy. Proud and Powerful of Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz versus Private Party, Mark Juan, Isaiah Cassidy. With likely Matt Hardy in their corner. And I almost forgot, keep in mind this is taking place on that night 1, where Jericho will be doing commentary the entire night.
Oh boy, the entire night, huh?
We already know how many free punches he's going to throw out as well.
Okay. I'm going to give my pick, and then I'm going to have a controversial opinion on about Jericho on commentary. But first, my pick.
Oh,
I am going to go with... I'm going to go with Santana and Ortiz. They need a win, dude. They really desperately need a win. Like, how many matches have they lost now? And I'm not talking about, like, the less meaningful win. I'm talking about, like, the big wins. Like, I can't even count. Maybe the last one they really had that was of any significance was the Young Bucks. And even then, the most over team in that entire scenario were the Rock and Roll Express. So,
that's true, back at Full Gear. You're not wrong.
So I think they should. Honestly, I really think that they should give Proud and Powerful the win there. I love Private Party, but their time will come, and Mark Quinn's going to be a star in the making anyway.
I already saw a teaser of that with his match with the TNT Championship with Cody. You're not wrong.
Yes. Now, my controversial opinion on Jericho on commentary.
What is it?
Oh my God, he's so annoying.
That's his gimmick.
I know. All right. Hold on. Okay. There's a way to be annoying and not. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I like Taz when he was a part of the Aces and Eights better than I like Jericho on commentary. He's too much. I love Jericho, but on commentary he's just too much. Like. I try to. It's like here's why I hate it the most. Anytime any of the other commentators tried to say something, like he's all right, but he's somewhat a little much, even with Tony. But at least when it was just him and Tony, it was okay. But when he was on, when Excalibur and JR were back, he took over the entire booth, and it was like, and JR was trying to say something, and then Jericho would talk over him, trying to get over his gimmicks. Freaking Excalibur would try to get over, a big move or something, and he'd be like, "You see that?" And then freaking Shivani tries to do something, he cuts him off. I'm like, let them fucking talk. Let them say something. Stop cutting them off. Like,
I think Jericho just gets too full of himself sometimes, though.
Dude, I know it's Jericho, and I know he's a heel, but like, it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
Analysis. But hey, we'll see. Maybe, after the fact now he knows what it is to work with all three at the same time. Maybe he'll improve this Wednesday. To be fair, it was his first time doing.
I will say I take Chris Jericho over Alex Marvez. That's without even saying.
I think we all can agree to that because Alex Marvez, we respect him for bringing in Tony Schiavone and JX. Again, he is a heavy reason why we have the commentary team we actually have. So you got to respect him for that.
I actually like Alex Marvez in the backstage interviewer role too. FYI.
Fits much better.
I think he's fucking great in that role. He actually has a character in that.
He's not robotic, but I digress. Anyway, Gary, your thoughts on this match, and if you want to supply anything as far as commentary outlook for AEW from Le Champion, feel free to add that too. Talk to us.
Well, let me just start off that I really like James's opinion.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that shares? Oh, man, I thought it was...
I do love Jericho in commentary because he's putting over talent. I do like that. But I do like your opinion, James. I mean,
you like it. Wait, so you disagree with it, but you like it. I think that's the first time anyone's ever told me that.
Basically, what I mean
is half and half in your coffee.
Basically, what I mean is your opinion is always welcome, I guess.
Well, my opinion is very. What's the word? Robust.
Constructive.
Everybody has an opinion, man, and
all opinions
I respect it all the time.
Especially my phone.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So don't be.
I mean, I don't know why you respect it, but thank you.
Because
we're not going to be biased and just oust you for maybe blasting a certain wrestler or a certain person that everybody connects with. I mean, everybody has their own different outlook, their own idea of what works best, where are the flaws, etc. And that's the beauty of being a fan of the wrestling industry, because all we want to do is see it be better, but we all have our own shape and how we feel that can be achieved. And what you provided was your own shape towards AEW multi-special guest commentary.
Yeah, I think there's just a way to do it, man. Like, I don't know, I guess the best way to say it. Well, didn't they have like a 4-man booth for like one match, or whatever the heck it was? And who was the special guest that was a wrestler, and he did really good. It might have been Cody, actually.
It might have been Cody. I believe it was Cody.
Cody did it right.
But again, that's also a different type of person in its entirety as far as mentality. And there's that mentality that comes into play as well. Look at us. This Spark Forum just became commentary.
Commentary critiques. Anyway,
way outside of Daly's plane.
Yeah, Gary, go and
we'll save that conversation for later. But I love this. Again, AEW Spark, all about bringing in conversations of AEW. Heck. Anyway, Gary, your thoughts on this match, though. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all AEW. That's all that matters to me.
Exactly. I could talk about it forever.
Right. But I know you also have limited time.
Yeah.
As you tell me prior to recording.
So
yeah, your pick on this tag match, Brown and Bravo versus Private Party with Matt Hardy. What's your thoughts on this?
Honestly, this is my least favorite match. This match to me is going to be a dud. I thought I would never say that about a match with Private Party because I really like them. I do agree with James. Pride and Powerful really needs this win. Unless they're going to do the effect where they're slowly going to split Inner Circle with Pride and Powerful and put in 2 new teams in there. I don't know. But if I do have to pick one, I'm going to go with Pride and Powerful.
Fair enough.
Again, this is what I love about AEW so much. What's going to really happen? Is Pride and Powerful finally going to get that victory they need, or is Private Party going to go over again? And what I mean again is, how can we forget? Private Party beating the Young Bucks.
In the inaugural AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament.
It's, oh man, should be a good match, but Private Party are high flyers. Pride and Powerful is getting
I think I know what you're saying, Gary. What you're saying is we've seen this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a mesh right now going on in this storyline where I feel like right now, again, there's a deeper idea going on here. Not just the idea of Matt and Private Party becoming a trios for what's inevitably going to happen in AEW, in my opinion, because, again, those wins and losses in those type of matches do matter. But also you have this idea of Inner Circle being on top practically for the first whole year, it seemed, of AEW. And now slowly it seems to be falling apart. And it might be starting with Proud and Powerful. Proud and Powerful's record, by the way, in tag team action is 2-2. Private Party's 4-2. So I expect some sort of swerve here because, again, Proud and Powerful, they need something. Let me invest in you. Give me something. I don't know what you guys need, but you need something. Not just to stand out and show an Inner Circle strength, because I'm pretty sure Jake Hager is not going to be in your corner due to another match we're going to discuss, but also the fact that you are probably in the most competitive, deep tag team division in the wrestling business right now. So good luck. So that's why I think Proud and Powerful definitely need the win here. And it would not surprise me to use a mat ball towards it too. With that being said, let's go ahead and quickly talk about this match because I think this match we're definitely more intrigued in for a number of reasons. MJF and Wardlow versus Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy. To think, this really goes all the way back to that fatal four-way at last year's FyterFest, where Jungle Boy and MJF, they were involved in that. And then we fast forward all the way to Double or Nothing, where literally Jungle Boy and MJF have a true classic wrestling match. That was unbelievable. And MJF, of course, won. MJF yet to lose via pinfall or submission this year, still holds an undefeated record, and these two are still going at it. And then we finally got the War of the Beasts with Wardlow and Luchasaurus in that lumberjack match this past Dynamite, where, of course, Wardlow won due to, insanity. With that being said, though, when I look at this match and I think about what I also seen from previous Dynamites, and again, thinking long-term, what's going to happen here? I have a feeling there's something going to happen between MJF and Wardlow in the long run, and it's going to start to develop more during this match. And that's why I'm going to simply say that Jurassic Express finally gets a win here against this dynamic duo. Gary, your thoughts on this match?
I'm going to bluntly fucking say it. I am really excited for this match. I really like Wardlow. I am so behind the guy as of late. I did make a prediction, Noah. As you know, I said Wardlow would finally turn against, MJF, and quite possibly EC3 will be the new guy with MJF. Call me nuts. But yeah.
I call you a visionary.
Man, I don't know, just something about this match really excites me. Again, it's just the excitement that's going to deliver. But my pick here, I think Jurassic Express. Jurassic
Botch.
Express.
I'm happy to botch me.
Definitely
Jurassic. You said Jurassic Express.
Yes, JE
Yeah.
is definitely going to pick up the victory here because Wardlow won against.
Wardlow's insane. Wardlow. I mean, if the match between Luchasaurus and Wardlow was any indication, like those two were like the two future big hosses of the promotion. Like, no question, I can see either one of them holding a championship down the line, singles title, because they're too damn good not to. Like Luchasaurus, especially, he just keeps impressing me more and more every time I see him. Like, just
moves off from the stage, ridiculous.
Dude, that was insane, dude.
Big man shouldn't do that.
No, especially a guy his size. But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this match because I think Gary is right. I don't think it's going to happen in this match, but I do see them winning somehow, some way. Wardlow and MJF. But to add on to his little idea, I actually came up with the same idea, but added some people involved. So you notice how they're kind of copying New Japan with all these factions, right? You got your Suzuki Goon in the Dark Order. You got your Bullet Club in the Inner Circle. You got your Chaos in the Elite, which is kind of ironic.
Literally in that sentence alone.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, well, what can you do for LIJ? I think you should form a little group with MJF and Sean Spears, NEC3, and FTR with Tully Blanchard at the helm.
Holy mackerel. Well,
that's a bold
wait and see
prediction,
on that.
dude.
That's not a out of nowhere idea. That's a very possible idea that could happen. Because again, a lot of NJPW type mechanics, I would say, they really fall with AEW. And we've already heard from multiple resources that AEW and NJPW, they would like to work together down the line, maybe in more like interpromotional type match setups. But we'll have to see what comes, especially during the G1 and of course Wrestle Kingdom. And
Dude,
I feel
if they ever were to work together, I'm afraid they're just going to be like, hey, you want to have your factions fight our factions, and then our factions will fight our faction, and then your factions will fight your factions. That's going to be the most chaotic civil war ever.
Yeah, you literally just recreated the definition of a Survivor Series, all right?
Yeah, except no one survives. As Lance Archer says, everybody dies.
They literally throw no punches, especially because I've been watching Tomohiro Ishii matches. You would be right. Yeah, but speaking of throwing punches, she don't really throw punches, but damn, she throws a mean knee. As I now bring you guys into the AEW Women's World Championship match with Hikaru Shida versus Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford has always been one of those that really has caught my eye. Though she's been mostly looked at as a manager, it seemed, in AEW, she really does show a lot in the ring. Got a lot of dynamics to her with her gymnastics background, and believe it or not, she has pulled off some really impressive wins. And that fisherman suplex with the bridge on her toes, as Taz puts it, beautiful position and execution. Now we know how this match has been built because, again, she's used subtle heel tactics, of course, to get this match as she pinned the champion in a tag team bout and basically has been under Hikaru Shida's skin since. Boy, did it show on last week's Dynamite where Red Velvet, she lost to Hikaru Shida in 11 seconds, and then Penelope Ford got her ass kicked. And Ricky Starks probably lost it too. So now we have this really a grudge match and Hikaru Shida's first title defense. But with that being said, Hikaru Shida, some have called her the Kenny Omega of the women's division. And by the way, mad respect to Kenny Omega with everything he's been doing in the women's division. As Tony Khan did a lot of weight on Unrestricted, that Anna Jay spot where Abaddon was her opponent and now officially signed, that was Kenny Omega's idea, as well as the Britt Baker trash incident. Kenny Omega has been a heavy influence on the women's division.
I was confused by that booking decision, actually, because I didn't understand it.
And that's the thing, AEW, they literally threw us off. They was unpredictable. Who would have thought with all this build in Anna Jay, the one person that would come in to face her is Abaddon. And now Anna Jay might be the first woman to be part of Dark Order. And who knows, she might even be involved in
I think, dude, to me, it doesn't make sense because it's like you would think Abaddon would be the first woman. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait, who could really face Anna Jay? Abaddon was the last one from my mind because I knew my friend Bree in Denver, Colorado. She was involved, of course, in her main independent promotion there, Rocky Pro Wrestling. And now she's signed to All Elite. That is the most out of nowhere signing incident I can remember seeing in AEW women's roster history. But again, women's roster being redefined, being rebuilt. And
I have no problem. I have no problem with Abaddon as a worker. I just think the way they did it. There's a good thing, but this is my thinking. There's good predictable and bad predictable. I thought that was bad predictable, or no, bad. I'm sorry, unpredictable is what I meant to say.
That's a botch. What are you talking about? Bad predictable?
Yeah, no. There's a good unpredictable and a bad unpredictable. That was a bad unpredictable because I was expecting Anna Jay to win because I'm like I was under the impression that Abaddon was already fucking signed. after her dark appearance. So
I knew she was going to be signed eventually, but who knows when she was actually signed. But anyway, again, mind blown, James. That's the beauty of AEW. We could talk about this all night. Again, we're sparking conversations for side spark episodes at this point. But with that being said, I think I didn't say, I said my pick, right? I don't remember now. James threw me off. I'm just going to say Hikaru Shida retains it. This should be a very competitive bout, and I give respect to Penelope Ford for what she's been bringing to the ring. I thought Ford and Statlander had a pretty good match, Double or Nothing, with the fact of they only had so much time on a stat card, and it was a few hours' notice, and we all knew Ford was going to be involved in the ladder match because it's Ford and Sabian. That's their dynamic. And hey, she still brought a pretty good fight. And by the way, Chris Statlander, get well soon. I can't wait for her to come back and face Abaddon. But anyway, Hikaru Shida is my pick. James, you said Shida?
Yeah, I said Shida.
Gary, do I really need to ask you?
Well, the only thing that I'm looking up for this match is seeing Penelope Ford's nice, luscious ass. So I'm excited.
Yeah, honestly, dude, same.
There it is.
All right. James.
Well, this isn't PG-13, so you know what? You all can do that all you want. But I will say this: Penelope Ford does a split better than Melina. There, I said it.
Oh, well, it's nicer to look at, and I like when she does the bridge for 2 reasons. You can guess one of them.
I don't want to because I have a feeling I'll get blasted for it. Oh boy.
Well, no, because technically it's me.
Well, yeah, but I'm not you. There's the difference right there. Again, you're special. But anyway.
Hey, it's okay. I can say it because of... No, I'm kidding. I'm not even going to go there.
Stay tuned, folks. AEWSPARK Unrestricted. What's on James' mind about Penelope Ford's position? But moving on. What hell happened here? Anyway, Penelope Ford's 4-3. Hikaru Shida, she's only lost 1 match this year. She's 11-1. There's no way she's losing this title right now.
No
she's only had the title for 33 days. She's being literally called the Kenny Omega of the female division.
And they're hold on. Like Gary said, maybe he'll pick Penelope. Who knows?
No, he said Shida. I know he said Shida. Because he was talking about Ford, but anyway.
I think something's going to happen after the match, though. I think we're going to see a debut in the women's division. And I'm not saying who everybody thinks it could be.
Yeah.
And again, that'll be a topic.
Everybody's already calling for Tessa Blanchard, aren't they?
They are, and I don't see a scene.
No way.
I don't see it being Tessa. I see a... Who was recently released out of WWE that possibly could be it?
Oh shit! Yeah, Chelsea Green maybe.
That could be an idea.
Or no, is she still with?
She's still with NXT.
Oh wow! I'm shocked she wasn't.
Deonna Purrazzo went to Impact, so it won't be her. And I was like, "Oh, that'd be a major pickup for AEW."
Well, actually, no, it could be Deonna Purrazzo because it's not the first time they've done stuff with Impact.
That's true.
I was gonna say James is right because Sean did catch my attention with it. I guess Purrazzo has the option of, going to different brands.
Well, it's like Tasha Steelz went from the NWA to Impact Wrestling. So again, what really is defined in Impact Wrestling?
I just said they should all work together anyway because they have a much better chance anyway.
Well, again, that is something we can only dream of because again, when you think about all these other promotions we love outside the big W, if they were to come together, that's how you change the world. But again, that's fantasy booking for, who knows, maybe 2040. But with that being said, we're all with Shida on this one. So that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I think this one right here,
actually, for the record, speaking of mergers, I actually did an AEW and Impact merger idea.
I remember that.
Check that out.
Cheap plug.
Cheap plug.
There you go. Right here.
Somehow.
From James Hebert's mind.
Too much free time. That's what's on James's mind. Too much free time.
Yeah. You're your own brain. All right. Speaking of which, this match right here, I think, is probably the one I'm most torn about. And Gary, you know this for a number of reasons. And I'm going to let you start off on this one. I'm just going to say what it is. AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Elite, Kenny Omega and Heyman Adam Page, who have held the titles now for 153 days, versus number 1 ranked in the tag team division with a record of 10-3, Chuck Taylor and Trent, the best friends. Gary, who do you got? And keep in mind, folks, best friends have yet, in their entire run as a tag team, where I thought at one point they were implode, yet to hold tag team gold anywhere. Gary, your thoughts on this match?
With that being said, Noah, I think this is the time where the best friends are going to win. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. I want to see it so damn bad. I want to see the cleaner. I want to see a heel Kenny. I think he's going to turn his back on Adam Page. Because that way they can obviously have that really big match at one of their biggest shows of the year.
That is their supercard, actually. That is actually what they say is their biggest show of the year. Of course, he's referring to, folks, All Out.
So that would be awesome completely. And I think the best friends are the most deserving tag team to win it right now. I mean, they only lost, maybe one match since the pandemic. So
pretty much.
They're the most deserving recipients right now. So, and like I said, don't be surprised if that heel turn does happen.
Well, I mean, I feel like, again, the heel turn is bound to happen. We got a slight tease of it back at Revolution, and while it seems like they all seem back on mutual ground after this results with Stadium Stampede, I'm with JR on this one. Again, this is not a tag team. This is a team of 2 of the best singles wrestlers in AEW, and really right now on the planet. With that being said, James, your thoughts on this match? Are we getting a title change? And do you see a heel turn happening?
Man.
Yeah, I knew this match was going to leave us fickle.
I gotta be honest. I just don't think it's time. I love the best friends as much as everybody, but you know that they did not bring FTR in not to win the tag team titles, like their first opportunity in. I'm sorry. That you cannot make a bigger statement than having that be against Omega and Page right now. They are the best. They're the best team, period. I know a lot of people, and FTR kind of wants to dethrone them anyway, and that's a natural feud considering, what they've said on the Jim Cornette show and, freaking on, with the interview with Tony Schiavone.
Right.
Like, it's a natural build to that. You got to do that match. You put it on best friends. Okay, then what? Like, what big plans do you have with the best friends? I guarantee you they don't have as many. I mean, who that?
God, I'm not even messaging nobody in the group chat. Noah. Even Elisa thinks it's going to be a heel turn.
Well, Lisa's the biggest Kenny Omega fan we know in primetime predictions, and she wants Bullet Club Omega back as much as anybody here, I think, too. I mean, watching Kenny Omega's G1 Climax 28 run when he was with Golden Elite, but still technically kind of Bullet Club. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think.
So you think
there's no way. There's no way. I just don't think it's the right moment to do it.
It's funny.
Wait, say that again, Gary?
That he likes your opinion.
No. I was going to say, though, I do see his opinion because FBR are definitely the hottest free agent tag team that, got into the free agent market. And, yeah, James could certainly be right on that. I mean, it just possibly Young Bucks versus Page and Omega and FTR at All Out. That would be fucking amazing.
Triple threat tag team championship match?
Damn, that would be amazing.
Holy hell.
That's a prospect there too.
Think about what you're saying. Last year at All Out, we had freaking Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks in Escuela de la Muerte. And people were like, don't ever do that shit again. Now you're talking about the ultimate in tag team wrestling. And I would not know how to call that one. There's so many different ways you can go with this. I feel like the best friends, they literally can redefine the direction of the tag team division if they do become champions. We've already seen Tibbs with TH2, for example, constantly calling them out. And if they ever come back, that's a feud waiting to happen. We've seen TH2 feud with the Inner Circle. We've seen TH2 get into it with other teams along the way. there's a number of possibilities with the tag team division right now. And when I think about another match we're going to talk about with the Young Bucks and FTR, that could throw everything out of whack too. But I also think about how Kenny Omega and him and Page could be involved at All Out. Last year at AEW All Out, both men, they were involved in that show in singles matches. Both men lost. So honestly, if both men were to go one-on-one on that, it'd probably be literally about, I'm the better wrestler. So again, there's different dynamics, and I feel like there's more of this match than all of us are seeing. But I do feel like, just on the fact that it would be history, and this wouldn't be the first time we've had a title change under these conditions. Why most people went against me when I said to Carl Shida and they thought Nyla Rose was going to retain. Ha! So with that being said, I'm fine being 2-1 here. I am saying the best friends make history, and they give the people what they want, and they finally become AEW Tag Team Champion. But again, we'll have to wait and see.
You know what I think that AEW needs, just as a side note before we move on, I'll be quick with this. I do think that if tag team wrestling does matter, and I know AEW loves tag team wrestling, they have so much talent in the tag team division right now.
Yes.
I think you should do trios.
Been saying it. I've been saying it, Gary. I've been saying it.
Death Triangle. You got the Death Triangle. I mean, Kip Sabian team with the Hybrid 2. You can turn that to the Hybrid 3. Freaking God knows what else. Like, there's so many trios right now in that company.
Yeah, I can name a number for you right now, and I'll talk more about numbers later when we get into another match. But anyway, James, I've been saying it for weeks, and you guys got to remember, AEW Dynamite is not even a year old yet.
Yeah.
The AEW brand is a little over a year old, but Dynamite has yet to do a full 52 episodes, and we're already saying so much about it. That's crazy.
And everybody in pro wrestling discussions, the people that want to be marks, they're saying, they don't know how to establish a title because look who the TNT title's on, blah, blah, blah.
Segue.
Man, oh man. No. I don't want to. Don't get me started.
Dude, honestly, if people like that are what's driving people away, and I hate that. Like, just let people be fans. Like, oh, you're
Thank you. Golly.
Hold on. Let me get my keyboard out real quick. You're a mark. You're just a mark for this brand company thing.
Okay, let me just sum up James' very visual example with this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not one company. Why can't people just enjoy wrestling? You don't have to love everything. You don't have to hate everything. Find something that connects with you. Be happy with what you enjoy, and don't judge others for it too. If you succumb to others' judgment, fuck them. Ignore them. Block them. Report their ass if you feel like it. But don't let someone define you and take your joy from you.
Dude, you know what the worst part is? Like, these fans take their anger out on each other for the brand they love, but they don't get angry at the fact that Vince McMahon went over to, I don't know, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
we make a bigger
that's a whole nother
on
can
what
of worms.
show's better?
This has been a public service announcement about please be careful when you go to concert. But we'll talk more about that another day. With that being said, again, folks, we're just fans of wrestling. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Judge as you will. With that being said, you're not going to change this. AEW TNT Championship. I really love the way they've been presenting this title and how they really do value the fact that this is the network-driven title, and the network cares about not only the championship, but the champion. And who could say anything wrong right now about the person holding it, despite the fact the title's not finished? That seems to be the only thing on people's mind. With that being said, it's Cody versus Jake Hager. This is going to be not an amateur wrestling match. It's going to be a fucking pro wrestling match, as Cody puts it. There's no other way to say it. Both men have incredibly changed over the longevity of their careers, while Jake Hager, he has basically been crafting himself across two different worlds. Cody has been fine-tuning himself literally in the art of professional wrestling. He wants this title to be showcased for that purpose. He will try and do the work and outwork anybody to fulfill that purpose as he goes along this idea of defending this title every freaking week. And so far, you can't argue with the results and what matches we got from it. from the classic with Jungle Boy to the really one-sided, interesting outlook match with Mark Quan as a singles competitor. His first ever singles match I'm at on Dynamite, to the unbelievable surprise, and he got signed for it, of former NWA World Television Champion Ricky Starks. Who knows where we could go from here? It would not surprise me if we go as far to see Cody defend this title against Nick Aldis. And I would not mind seeing that match one bit.
Rematch that.
But with that being said,
all, baby. Winner
Cody
take all.
has to get through Jake Hager. Now, we know that this is TV 14, okay? They're going to be, they're unscripted. We know JR, he is Boomer Sooner. And we all know how much he really has invested himself in Jake Hager for more reasons than one. He endorses the guy. He heavily respects the guy. He respects both of these men. With that being said, though, Jake Hager, I'm sure his corner person, probably going to be his wife. As far as Cody's corner person, I feel like Arn Anderson's still probably going to be out there. This is going to be a really competitive wrestling match. And I'm really looking forward to how this plays out. But regardless, I feel like right now, with the way this title has been portrayed and where I think it could be going, I'm just going to say that Cody retains. James, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, Cody retains 100%. There's no doubt in my mind that Cody's retaining, but everybody says, well, that's too predictable. I said unpredictable. There's an unpredictable good, unpredictable bad. This can be predictable good, because you don't want the title changing hands so soon, especially when Cody's trying to build on it. I was invested in this feud the minute that I saw Cody had the ankle lock on Mark Quinn, and then Jake Hager came out pissed off. And I'm like, if this were Vince McMahon's promotion, he would have forgotten that like that. Like, AEW took that little detail and they made a mountain out of a molehill with it in a very good way.
If anything gets past Tony Khan, because based on the way he really just opens to us and constantly keeps us
so articulate.
It's ridiculous how articulate he is. Guys,
and here's another thing too. He's with people that are just as articulate as him. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody. Like, that's those five right there are like going ham doing that as well. And I'm sure Adam Page too, who's a part of the Elite, has got some say in there as well.
Well, we see how him and Adam Page has redefined himself in AEW to be one of the most popular guys in the company doing cowboy shit. Enough said.
Dude, can we do, if Kenny Omega does turn on Hangman Adam Page, can we get him and Orange Cassidy as a team? Have them take on Private. We'll form the faction known as Gin and Juice. Orange Cassidy, Private Party, and Hangman Adam Page. Done.
James, I feel like your creativity is just lost in thought. You need to tweet Tony Khan and see if he replies. Or Kenny Omega. I feel like Kenny Omega could really get behind that.
Hold on. Let me ask him. Yes, father. He said you're a bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Very funny.
God's
all right. Well, but anyway, so far it's two Codys. Gary, your thoughts on this match? Good grief.
Let me just clear this out of the air. Cody Rhodes is not Jeff Jarrett. He is Cody fucking Rhodes.
Simple as that.
I just want to say
why are people comparing him to Jeff Jarrett? Am I the only
one?
Because
people keep thinking of this as WCW 2.0 or TNA 3.0.
Jeff Jarrett was a heel that kept the title when others should have held it, and he held it against himself to feed his own selfish ego. Cody Rhodes has been putting people over with this, and he's a face.
Thank you, James. Well said. I can't say it enough. People keep attacking me and my own page, saying, I can't believe you're fucking supporting Cody Rhodes because, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. Hello? Jeff Jarrett was the founder of TNA.
Yeah.
Cody is, yes, he's an EVP, but he was not a creator of a promotion. Okay. Yeah, I can go on all day about this shit.
I'm about to take the glasses off, go on your own little rant there.
Bro.
It just bothers me.
Gary, let me tell you something. You're talking. You might as well be talking to a brick wall with those people. Just leave it. Just leave the group.
I do, man. I mean, I acknowledge it. Now it just makes me laugh. Noah actually encouraged me several months ago, where I was thinking about getting rid of my page, and I was venting with Noah, and Noah's like, "No, you can't let people get to the best of you."
Exactly. There's
So
positivity and joy in this world.
Oh, if you created the page, I get that.
You gotta
I get that.
do that.
That's one thing, I guess. But like, if I'm a member of that page, dude, I can't be asked. I just nope, gone. I CBA. James Hebert has left the chat.
You know, the bottom line is this, folks. It's like, my friend Amy on Twitter, okay? She only looks at the joy, the fun, the positivity in wrestling and connects with those people. But she's well aware that the world's full of all those negative Nancy's. So what do? You ignore them. You don't let them take your joy from you. And support
Well, my name's not Nancy. My name's James.
Okay. But you're different.
Tell her to stop assuming my name. I don't appreciate that.
I
don't assume my gender either. What do you think this is? We live in a socially correct society, damn it.
Happy Pride Month, everybody! It's June 29th. We're still in this shit. God, what happened? God, what the fuck happened to this?
Dude, can 2020 just end? On a side note, please. No,
well, I'm pretty sure at least everybody, no matter what you are, who you are, agrees with you on that. What the hell?
Fuck 2020. Get that shit trending on Twitter.
I'm sure people already have. I've already discussed my thoughts about the blah 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 blah, but that's another story for another day.
I'll give them the is this the British symbol? I forget. I don't know.
Moving on, so we all say Cody, and the bottom line is this: don't look at Cody from somebody from the past. Look at Cody for who he is now and what he's doing with the future. Simple as that.
Yes.
With that being said, that was night one. Let's move into night two, because the weird thing is night one is more a showcase of title matches. Night two is more a showcase of tag team dynamics. Because you look at these tag matches, this trios match, and also a match of surprises before our actual title match, I'm kind of excited more for night two than I am night one, if I'm perfectly honest with you. And this match in particular, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, finally got their damn names right, versus Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr., finally back, and Rey Fenix back from injury, and their partners, Butcher and the Blade. 8-man tag team action, 4-on-4. This is a rare match you see in AEW because, again, most of their matches is always trios or just standard tag teams. This isn't the first time they've done 4-on-4, but they're usually the most unpredictable. And you think about all the different dynamics in this match. You finally got the Lucha Brothers back that have so much history with the Young Bucks, but I'm sure we can't wait for FTR versus Lucha Brothers. We got Butcher and Blade that's been at Young Bucks and FTR's throats lately, including taking FTR's truck. That's Grand Theft Auto. Hopefully, it didn't destroy it. Why does the Butcher remind me so much of Dr. Eggman? But anyway, that's a different thought for a different day.
Curse you, Robotnik!
I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Great video game series. But I look at this match and I think about, is the biggest thing coming out of this the build towards FTR versus Young Bucks at All Out, which I can definitely see happening. And could that actually cause a collision of egos that could cost this team? There's so many different ways this tag match can go. I don't really know how to call it. But with that being said, thinking about egos especially, and the Lucha Brothers are just now back, and I want to see Butcher and Blade and Lucha Brothers build up, getting a win regardless of any circumstance over these four men, that is going to change the dynamic of not only the rankings, but the AEW Tag Team Division. And that's why I'm literally going with the team of BB and Lucha Bros for the win. And I'll leave it at that. Gary, your thoughts on this match?
Wow. Okay. That's interesting, Noah. So, yeah, this is gonna be my favorite match of the night all day long.
Yeah.
This is
gonna be crazy.
If you want to see brutality, high flying, this is the match for you for sure.
They got the big strikers, you got the high flyers, and you got the technicians. Yeah, this
and you got the old school tag team. You got everything in this match. 4 different teams with their own identity and own style of wrestling,
which is perfect. So, yeah. As you can tell with my reaction, though, I think you know who I'm going with here. So, yeah, definitely the Bucks and FTR for sure.
Yeah, same with me. Same with me. FTR and the Bucks. I can't see Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade go over on them. Considering the fact that, like, FTR is in the match, there's no way. And I know, and the Young Bucks have already gotten a win on both of those teams in the past. I don't know. I mean, you could make the argument they could win, but I don't know. I think, actually, no.
I mean,
Maybe.
you
Well,
just realized
here's
you
the
said
thing.
earlier,
If
right?
they
You might be defeating your own logic.
if they lose, it would be because the Young Bucks get pinned, which would protect FTR, and that
Now
would
you're thinking
incite
like
them to
me.
beat down the Young Bucks.
They're not good guys. They're top guys. The top bad guys.
And if they lose, then they're not. Then it's a loss on their win-loss record. Oh man, you might be right.
So, James, what's your final decision?
Oh, wow.
Professor,
I didn't expect to think. Screw it. I guess I gotta go with the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers. Holy shit. I thought it was Surefire, FTR, and Bucks, but thinking about it over now.
Long-term booking. Remember,
Yeah.
prizes. Long-term booking. There's more to this than meets the eye. All right. With that being said,
I don't like all surprises. I
said all surprises. I just said some. It wasn't
I like certain seafood. I like scallops, but I don't like crabs.
I'm not big on seafood to begin with.
Dude, getting me crabs is not a nice surprise. It's not good. Don't do
I
that.
remember last time I went to Red Lobster. Anyway, this
that
match
means two things.
Oh, I just learned something new. More you know. But here's what I do know. When you talk about predictability and not surprises, I'm just going to say this. Someone's going to fucking die. It's Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. Do I need to say anything else? James, your pick.
Sorry, Janela, but somebody gonna die tonight. Janela loses.
Gonna beat this guy left and right. Gary, do you have anything to add to this match besides a eulogy for Joey Janela?
I do. Hippie Longstocking's going to get an ass whooping, so yeah. There you go. Lance Archer for the win.
Hippie Longstocking. I haven't heard that.
Since that was the shortest prediction, let's have a quick little thoughts. What did everybody think of Sonny Kiss and him as a team?
It's an interesting dynamic because it does allow both of them something now to do because we really haven't seen neither of these men really heavily involved in Dynamite. Joey Janela got lost in the shuffle, especially after a short stint feud with Jon Moxley and freaking Kip Sabian. And now they're making this makeshift tag.
You're forgetting about his feud with Darby and Havoc as well.
Yeah, but that was like one match, and it was a gimmick match. And remember, it was like Cracker Barrel match, and they really didn't pick up anything from there, to be honest. And I think there was like one other match, and that was it. Again, they really have not done a lot with the guy. And Sonny Kiss, he's unique. JR's still trying to figure it out. But with that being said, I think it's an interesting dynamic, and we've seen so far it debuted on Dark, and they seem to be going with it, and they're building a story of these two unique characters coming together to form a team. I figure we'll add a different dynamic to the tag team division, but it might also bring something else. I really don't know how to really define my feelings or what I want to expect from this team yet. But that's just me. But you want to talk about a team. When you talk about tag team wrestling and trios wrestling, you got to go all the way with SCU because they've been involved since day one. But now this is going to be interesting because we know Colt Cabana, he's friends with them. But Colt Cabana has not been on the strongest run lately until he met and worked with the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. So now we have Colt Cabana and the Dark Order, Brody Lee and apparently Stu Grayson. Sorry, I forgot his number. They're taking on SCU. A lot of history to this match because SCU has been going after the Dark Order forever, while the Dark Order now seems to finally be getting some, I think, value to it as a threat to consider, thanks to Brody Lee, especially since Brody Lee kicked the head off Christopher Daniels, finally got the best of him. And to think, we thought Christopher Daniels was the Exalted One at first. Nope. But with that being said, does this match mean in the end, Colt Cabana, is he or will he join the Dark Order? or is someone else from the Dark Order going to show up here and maybe put the match in favor of the Dark Order? Everything about this match to me screams that the Dark Order is going to win this, and that's why I'm picking them for the win. James, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, Dark Order. Colt Cabana gonna turn to Colt Cabana. That's my prediction.
I really hope they don't do
Get
that.
it? Play on words. Dark Order, Colt Cabana, Colt Cabana.
I had a sound right now. I'd be playing a cricket sound effect because that was one of the most blasé jokes I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
But he said his pick. I got it. Dark Order. So at least your logic is sound. Gary,
I got a duller joke. I got a duller joke. Ready? Look at me straight faced. Ready?
I am.
What do you call a character in a video game that gets killed? Character assassination.
Gary, your thoughts on this match?
Yes. So this match here could really go both ways. Call me nuts. I don't see Colt Cabana joining the Dark Order.
Okay.
I really don't. I can't picture I like Colt Cabana, but he's so much of a face figure to me. I don't buy it right now. With that being said, my surprise pick of the night, I think SCU is going to win the Dark Order.
All right.
I see just, I don't know. I just see Colt costing them the match. I do.
Colt being conflicted. He did seem conflicted when Mr. Broily said that I signed this match for FyterFest, and here we are. So you might be onto something. Again, we'll have to wait and see. This match, I feel like, could go either way. But the fact that it's all 6 men, it's going to be wild. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. And keep in mind, Christopher Daniels Kazarian, they're coming off an incredible match, but loss to FTR, and they seem to have ideas to pursue the tag team titles, while Scorpio Sky seems to be more pursuing a singles career. And we'll see how that all plays out, too. With that being said, I don't even know what to think about this match, because we don't even know the complete story of it. But apparently, according to Tony Khan, there's a surprise. We don't know what or who it is, but Tony knows, and so does Nyla Rose. So it's Nyla Rose versus we have no idea. But when I think about could it be someone like Kylan King? Could it be someone like Christy James? Could it be someone like Skylar Moore? Could it be somebody on the actual AEW Women's roster? Because you'd be facing Big Swole again, and Britt Baker's going to come out and try and trash Big Swole. By the way, I love that rivalry. That's a story for another day. But with that being said, former AEW Women's Champion, Nyla Rose in action against...
Watch it be completely out of left field, and it be Chris freaking Cyborg. No, I'm serious. Like, if that actually were to happen, I'd out.
No way. No freaking way. Chris Cyborg would kill her. All right?
Chris Cyborg, yes. That's why. That's why I recommend it.
I mean, I've heard awesome...
That would be the most unpredictable moment of 2020 in pro wrestling. Honestly, if she showed up, like, I may have just predicted it, but that's a dark horse pick. I don't even see that happening, but if it was out of left field and they got Cyborg, that would be nuts. It's not as far-fetched as you think as well, because on a What Culture video, shout out Adam Wilborn, freaking Chris Cyborg came over to Adam Wilborn, complimented him, love your videos, and walked away. She was there at the first Double or Nothing.
That is true. And they have already brought Mike Tyson on as well, so
just an idea, just throwing it out there.
Okay, but regardless of is Nyla Rose winning her match, yes or no?
I don't think so. If Tony says there's a surprise here, I think it's going to really be a nice surprise. I think it's going to be a really good victory for that mystery. I really do.
Yeah. You know what?
Look at the mystery. Look at the mystery with Brian Cage, the mystery guy, to win that ladder match at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Getting destroyed.
And Tony did promise a good surprise for that ladder match, and So
Yeah, I'm just gonna say she loses to whoever the surprise is.
I feel like though with Nyla Rose, because of the fact that she's being, booked as one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant woman in the division, despite people's circumstances about that. I just feel like she's going to win this and the surprise will be afterwards. I mean, some people even talked about maybe Awesome Kong coming back, and you finally pick up where that match never happened, where the two really were clashing with each other at last year's Double or Nothing in that Fatal 4-Way. So I don't know, but for right now, I am going to say that Nyla Rose win this regardless, because I just don't see them handing Nyla Rose right now a loss. But I also don't see her being thrust back into the title picture.
She's
saying.
the dominant force of AEW. But if my pick comes true and Chris Cyborg comes in, that changes.
Yes.
That changes, okay? That just changes.
She'll have a broken arm, she'll tap out immediately, and we won't see her for weeks.
Ooh, can you imagine if they actually did get her and then they got Tessa Blanchard later and that's the fucking champion and that's a number one contendership match at All Out?
Wow, that's a match worthy of any dollar amount, dude. Good Lord. Now,
Noah, is night 2 recorded, like pre-recorded, or is it going to be live? Do you know?
Apparently, both nights are being recorded this week. I think night 2, which is July 8th, is actually being recorded July 2nd, due again to the added precautionaries instituted by the state of Florida.
Okay, I was going to say then possibly Tessa could be the woman too. But then again,
I feel like it's too soon, despite Big Swole being in support of that. But again, never say never. We're sparking an idea. But WWE.
Hold on. Oh, Big Swole's in support of that, huh? So I guess they really did make up, huh?
I never said that. I'm just thinking about what she said.
No, I'm just saying that what was her name? What's her first name? What's her first name?
Who?
The girl that Tessa had that beef with or whatever, where she said the racial slur. I forget it. What's her name? Damn it.
Allison Kay?
No, it was the other chick. It was the chick that she came to her defense and said she already apologized to me personally. I forget her name though. Damn it.
Well, that's a Twitter war from the past, dude. You have to look up the evidence from that. I can't remember. I'm sure.
I just know that she came to her defense when she didn't really have to, and I remember she said they made up and they already talked about it and they were good.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, and everybody wanted a freaking apology, especially the cancel culture crowd. But I was like, that chick that she had the issue with already came out and said she apologized to her personally. Tessa doesn't owe you guys shit. I'm sorry, she doesn't.
James, this is the wrestling community. Everybody's going to have their own statement. And why some people see the logic, others never see it.
Yeah.
That's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Freaking Eli Drake, nice. Anyway.
Let me talk to you, because going from the idea of a wrestling community's outlook against a wrestler, you can't talk more about a split look at a wrestler than this guy who's facing one of the best of all time. What the fuck am I about to see? Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. Is this the match we've been waiting for since AEW Revolution this whole time? Could this be a match of the year? Is this going to be longer than his match with Pineapple Pete? Is Pineapple Pete going to be involved and help Orange Cassidy get the win? Is Chris Jericho going to freaking bludgeon Orange Cassidy with Floyd the baseball bat?
Dude,
or is Orange Cassidy going to deliver a Superman punch that some are calling better than Roman Reigns? What the fuck is going on today in the wrestling business?
Dude, it's not just some, it's all. It is better than Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, it is. That looked like a real Superman punch. Like something you would see straight out of the
ran down the stairs, punched Jericho off, head first off the rail, through a table, sent him crashing while he was bleeding from the ear. What is this unorthodox thing in wrestling?
He looked like a badass. That was the most badass I've ever seen a wrestler look in.
That's the most effort. Dude. That's the most
probably since Becky. Honestly, probably since Becky when she turned on Charlotte. That's the last time I remember a badass moment like that. Dude,
all because Jericho broke his sunglasses. You don't mess with Orange Cassidy's shades. Now we know. So we know what actually makes Orange Cassidy tick. And to think he was a cameraman on camera 12 because Tony Khan gave him a cameraman's license. Smooth move, Tony. Apparently the ref didn't know that, but then again, Aubrey wasn't the ref. With that being said, there's thousands of things we could say about Orange Cassidy and this match, but we could be here all night because of what we think is going to happen or what we think of Orange Cassidy. But I'm going to try and keep it simple and just say it. I believe that why does he have to win? Why does either of these men need to win, honestly? But again, Jericho is about putting people over. He did it with Darby Allin, for example. And Darby Allin, Jericho's like one of his role models. I have no idea how Orange Cassidy feels about Chris Jericho. And honestly, I don't know if Chris Jericho is fond of Orange Cassidy or truly hates him. And that's to the credit of Jericho with the way he's on TV. But with that being said, it's Chris fucking Jericho. I'm not going against Chris Jericho on this. I gotta say Chris Jericho gets the win here. Gary, your thoughts on this match? What the hell are we about to see?
Well, this is definitely one of my favorite matches of the night, for me, for sure. I follow Chris Jericho like crazy. He did an episode of Talk is Jericho, and he says that he wants Cassidy to be a star, because they're trying to build their own stars. And
yeah,
could that possibly be a hint that Jericho is going to give Cassidy the nod? Is he going to give him the run? This is night 2, man. If this was on night 1, I possibly would be like, yeah, Jericho all day. So now there's a little bit of a sense of disbelief or belief. This sucks.
I know, right?
I want Cassidy to win so bad. I guess I'm gonna go with Jericho because this is just, damn. And by the way, I'm gonna say this, James. Fuck the Superman punch, dude. It's the Orange Crush.
Yeah. Yes. Love that.
I'm going to yell that every time I see that from Orange Cassidy. That is brilliant.
Honestly, just because of Gary's idea, I'm going with Cassidy now. Screw it. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. He's going to win with the Orange Crush, my dude.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
If he wins off of that, I will... What?
Yep, he's winning. My mom's calling. Continue.
All right. Well, Orange Cassidy's record's 4-4. Singles, though, he's 3-3. Chris Jericho's record 6-4. He's singles in 2-1. The bottom line is this. This is going to be, once again, the most unorthodox match we're going to see in AEW, but it's also going to be a show stealer because, again, he came this close to being Pac, and I almost lost my own bet. Just saying. This guy is already a star. And regardless of result here, Chris Jericho, he's only going to raise his star power. Because when you're in the ring with Chris Jericho, you know you got something. Period. Even Pineapple Pete when he got squashed in 2 minutes. And I know, Gary, you still want that tag team to form too. It would not surprise me if Pineapple Pete was in Orange Cassidy's corner just cuz.
I got the team for you. Just bring in Juice Robinson from New Japan.
Here we go.
The trio. Pineapple Pete, Orange Cassidy, Juice Robinson. What do you get? Pulp Friction. Go. Done. So, sell me some t-shirts.
James, stop it. You're hurting my brain. And you're also making me hurt from inside because I'm trying not to laugh. Because that does sound so crazy, but I actually want to see that. And we also know Jon Moxley, he still has ties to NJPW because he's IWGP United States champion and a certain submission master is waiting for him. But before we get there, he has another challenge in front of him. And again, they're 10 minutes in advance due to recent events, and my prayers go out to Renee Young. May she get well. We can take our glasses off and read about why this happened later because we've already gone for an extended period of time. With that being said, let's talk about this World Championship match because Tony Khan is heavily invested in this because, again, he had Brian Cage signed since January. That's saying something, considering he took care of the man and cared for the man while he was injured during this time, too. Only for this man to show up out of nowhere, be a mouthpiece, really, by not even match, mouthpiece by Taz. And now he is the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship, undefeated, record 5-0 against Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley reborn, basically. Been with this title for 118 days and has a record of 13-0, yet to lose a single match this year. It's Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage. We already saw what happened. And by the way, that car they used in the parking lot stint, it was a company-owned vehicle. Tony Khan said he was happy to pay for the fines. That tells you how much they really put into the segments in AEW. We already saw Brian Cage squash Robert Anthony in a couple minutes. I thought it would go longer than that. And then we got our final message when he faced John Cruz, squashed him. Mox, you are staring at your fate at FyterFest. I want you to ask yourself, can you stop the path of Cage? Can Mox stop the path of Cage? This is going to be a wild war. And I know what people are thinking. It's too soon. Maybe. But again, Samoa Joe, shoot. Finn Balor said, I didn't win, I survived. And I feel like there's going to be a sense of that in this match as well, even if it's under an empty arena, according to what I read from Sportskeeda. With that being said, I'm not going against Jon Moxley right now. I'm saying that he retains.
Yeah,
Neither
am I. Too soon. Jericho needs to continue on this run.
I think enough said. Gary, any thoughts on this? What do you expect to see from Brian Cage?
I definitely see Moxley's best match yet in AEW. I really believe that. But I do agree with James. I do agree with you, Noah. It's way too soon for him to drop the title.
No way.
Way too soon. I've been saying this for a while now. MJF and Moxley, that's the match that needs to happen sooner than later at All Out. And then,
Absolutely.
There we go. Moxley loses his title then. But yeah, you said 118 days, 108 days?
118 days as champion right now.
That's just way too soon to drop the title.
Yeah, no way.
No.
Considering how much AEW actually puts into the value of the champions and the championships, I completely agree. But
I do see Darby coming in to interfere this match to get the.
And that was my also thought there too, because again, we still have that lingering match waiting to happen. Because again, Darby Allin's been out of action indefinitely because of what happened with him and Brian Cage at the end of that ladder match. And honestly, I see that being the first match made, besides Britt Baker and Big Swole, come AEW All Out. But again, they got a lot of story building to do, and with the way the world's going, who knows what sort of plans and changes might come too. The bottom line is this. FyterFest is pay-per-view quality television. We're getting for free for 2 weeks, and I cannot freaking wait. But Right now, Jon Moxley, he's owning that belt, and I'm not saying he's losing it. But with that being said, despite everything we said, all circumstances and all side conversations aside, and all potential surprises, including James' unbelievably wild fantasy booking creative narrating, I think we're officially done here with this Simplin predicting AEWSPARK extended special. So with that being said, gentlemen, I thank you both for your insight. I thank you both for your energy, your excitement, and overall just your positive AEW support and personalities. Hashtag I'm with AEW type of morale for this company. I think it's safe to say we all enjoy AEW on a weekly basis. And in the end, we just want others to see the fun in it too. And whether they agree or not, that's up to them. We don't force people to choose who to be, who to like, what to relate to. Unlike Vince McMahon. But I digress. With that being said, we're done here. So, Gary, this was an absolute pleasure. Shout out, of course, to Orange Thunder, Sean Bully, who couldn't make it due to assignment. Just kidding. Take care of your head, man, and also have a wonderful birthday and time with your girlfriend. And good luck in primetime predictions. Follow his page. We want wrestling talk. But with that being said, Gary, anything you want to plug? Any closing thoughts? Where can people find you?
Yeah, let me just say this. If you guys happen to have Facebook, please go to Pro Wrestling Discussions. That would be really appreciated. Nearly 300 likes already, which is awesome. So thank you all very much for the ongoing support with that. Like Sean said, please support Sean's page. We Want Wrestling Talk. That would be much appreciated as well. And again, a huge shout out to the fellow part of our Predictions League, Noah. Alex again, man. Get well with the coronavirus. Beat it. You are definitely with us tonight. And I'm going to sign off here by saying, James, dude, you got to come on here more often. It's a blast.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think this is the first time. This is the first time you and I have been on a show together in a while.
I really hope it's not the last because I enjoyed both of your banter, especially. You two alone can have your own podcast.
True.
Seriously, private DM each other, private message each other, do something with that, okay? With that being said,
absolutely.
Gary, God bless you and thank you. James, always a pleasure, man. You are one of those that come out of nowhere in an opportunity that presents itself that's right in timing and overall topic-wise. And this was a blast, man. I already worked with you under other forums, but again, everybody might not even know who you are. So anything you want to plug, where can people find you? Any last spots in AEW?
Well, I got to be a little bit quieter because it is late now. It is now past 10, so I can only be 2 minutes with my plug. Speaking of fantasy booking, on Owen's channel, youtube.com/user/WrestlingFortune44. Part 1 was out 10 months ago. We have now done Part 2, and Part 3 is coming out next week. I am rebooking ECW WWE's version from 2006 to 2008 all over again. If you want to check out what I did with that brand, youtube.com/user/WrestlingFortune44. It is known as the Fantasy Booking Series. You can't miss it. It's a purple ECW logo for the thumbnail. I think you'll like what I did for Night 2. You'll definitely like what I did for Part 3. Now, that being said, I also run my own CIW Wrestling League. YouTube.com/user/WYW Pride. That's Weymouth Youth Wrestling. 2022's intro's out. We are going 52 weeks starting in 2022 in April. Be ready for that because that's going to be huge for us. We're going to be placed into the Wednesday Night Wars ourselves because we want to be a part of this revolution and some of them views, if you know what I mean.
I'm sure there's a comp promotion already trying to rival you.
Yeah, probably. But at this point, definitely go check that out. Check out my main channel. How I got my start on YouTube was custom themes. I'm now coming back to that starting next week. Be on the lookout for that. Adam Hangman Page custom theme in Titantron coming very soon. I think you'll like my choice. YouTube.com/user/JHEBERT/SIDE95, all one word. And by the way, the Indie Force is on there too. Open Mic Night is on there, and the J. Hebert side of things. 3 of our main podcasts on that channel. And you could check out that channel for the FTW Productions Hub. Noah's a part of it. Owen's a part of it. Jenna Lee's a part of it. And Casey as well, my cohort, is a part of it as well. All of us pretty much in some way, shape, or form are a part of it. So definitely check that out. YouTube.com/user/JHebertSide95. There you will find all of the playlist of everybody's shows, including now AEWSPARK.
Thanks, man. Hey, always a pleasure. And again, James, I just hope you find time to rest, brother. You're mine. Good grief. You make me wonder. But hey, when you're as invested and passionate in what you love as much as you are, sleep's the last thing on your mind. I mean, look at wrestling. They only have to come in one time a week, and they absolutely love, and I hear it every week on Unrestricted. They love coming into work, just like I love talking about wrestling, whether it's by myself, but it's so much more enjoyable. Time's not a factor with me, with others. This was a blast, you two. Good luck to you both. Thank you again. People, you want to know more about me, know this. There's no gimmick, there's no character, there's no hidden agenda, and there's no money. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. Let me just say that again because I feel like people don't get it. Wrestling, okay?
Wrestling.
Simple as that. So if you want to talk to me about anything, wrestling. Good grief, James. You're trying to create a new shirt for me? Let me up on Twitter, notaq.com/Noah. Instagram, AdamFoster1916. I probably just gave him an idea. Also on simple YouTube channel here, youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210. You'll find nothing here but wrestling content, predictions, recaps, discussions, reviews, forums, and more. It's all things wrestling. And shout out to my ATW family on Twitter. You know who you are. And it's going to be a busy week. I mean, we just did AEW's Predictions Predicting. Tomorrow I will have another Aftershock special of Spark with more Simplin Predicting and analysis discussion. And I'll definitely try and bring up some topics discussed tonight with people in Team All Elite, including Mark the Grist reviews and Dr. Bradley and the other one. I'm losing the name. I'm sorry. We've been going for over an hour, folks, okay? But also, I'm going to try something different because I like the number 7. And I'm not part of the Dark Order. Get that out of your damn head right now. With that being said, though, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to give you something simple in 7 every day for the month of July, including reviews of shows I normally don't do, because I'm not such a big fan of the top to bottom of sports entertainment, but I still follow it to a degree. So expect 7-minute reviews from sports entertainment, including Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and maybe 205 Live. Maybe I'll give you like a favorite match from NXT UK or NJPW, or even an Impact recap in 7 minutes, because I do care what that company does too. But this week will definitely be heavily focused on NJPW, as I will be covering and discussing and reviewing each night of NJPW action starting Wednesday through Thursday and Friday. If you haven't watched NJPW yet, check it out Friday. You can actually watch it live for free. That's right, free. You can actually see the semifinals for free. What are you waiting for? Try something different. With that being said, just support wrestling, okay? Support my friends. Support wrestling. Support Independent Wrestling, folks. That's at the heart of it. Support NotiQ, support WrestleJoy, support Pro Wrestling Discussions. We want wrestling talk. Weymouth Youth Wrestling, Jay Hebert Side 95, For the Win Productions. Just support wrestling. Find what connects to you. And as always, I like to close. Support your wrestling outlets, big and small. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. And yes, folks, James will be back to really give you some deeper thoughts on an unrestricted edition of AEWSPARK. God help us. With that being said, don't worry, I'll be sober. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. I'm straight edge. Hit the bell, know when the next video goes live on this channel. Hit the subscribe button. I thank you all who's been on this fun, wild journey. And if you all enjoyed what you see, hey, you can be part of the fun too. All you need is Skype. Just reach out to this bearded genius over here, Gary Joe, or me. So, for the bearded genius, Gary, for the different and highly creative and expressive Archangel, James Hebert, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. I hope you all enjoyed this extended edition of AEWSPARK. Take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. Enjoy wrestling. Wear a fucking mask! And have a good night. You two are absolutely insane.